Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Dia about to react to this video by Foreign Fridays. It's titled "The Homosexual Problems." Okay, let's see what's going on in these streets. Y'all got homosexual relationships with y'all partners. That's what y'all doing in the dark, in the privacy of your own home. Don't be scared to share if this is what you do on the regular. Share in the comments. Let me know. But let's hear what he has to say about this epidemic. Apparently, let's watch.
Apparently, farting means that you're a down low homosexual.
Everybody in my comments talking about farting is not a sign of being DL, and yes, the fuck it is.
We reached peak DL investigation territory, and the way that some of them on them respond.
Girl, what? Okay, people on TikTok say the most outlandish, stupid shit ever.
Is interesting.
It was Louis, it was everything, and it was perfect.
Soulja,
I'll drill y'all. Stop playing with my name.
Bro, he sound like he's holding back tears.
Farting?
Look at that booty. Bro, he sound like he's holding back tears. Look at.
Oh, Cardi, come get your man. Oh, he looking real comfortable. You know, I don't know this man, but the allegations are out there about him, and he not beating the allegations with these little movements. Okay, he look real comfortable doing them. Period.
Look at that booty cheeks. Look at that booty,
Get it.
Today we are doing things differently, and we are starting here at the rear. And by the rear, I'm talking about the rear.
Form, what the fuck? You're reminded to touch grass. I'm gonna touch water and stingrays. Oh, period. Let them know. What is this pose? Is this AI? This looks like AI, brother. Why they got you looking like this with your booty cheeks all propped up like this? Sir, why would you post this?
Just straight ass. Literally straight ass. We need more cishet ask representation. Cope harder, man. This week,
this is AI as hell.
The yeeks on me.
Listen, I'm looking real good at spotting AI. They gonna have to improve it because I be spotting it.
Most of the foreign land veterans.
It's too perfect. Like their skin is too smooth looking, and it's like the scenery is too perfect. It don't look natural.
Already know that I cosplay as Gary the Snail every day, not just on Halloween, because my ass roll up on my back like Gary the Snail. But some of the new immigrants to the foreign land was unaware of my game and proceeded to leave some interesting comments. I found this to be a great starting point specifically for what we're talking about.
In his defense, her defense, that is a fruity ass post, but I think it's AI. I don't know why he's trying to act like it's not.
I don't get gay allegations in real life very often. It wouldn't affect me if I did, because that means I must be swagged out. Gay isn't an insult to me. I really want to get that clear from the onset.
It's not. It should never be.
To the defense of the commenter, they may not be familiar with Caribbean culture, because masculinity
body tea.
can look differently over here. Jamaican men get away with tight jeans and flamboyant colors, like literally Vibes Cartel got a song called Straight Jeans and Fitted, and they're also at the same time raging.
Sir, we ain't talking about clothes. We talking about how you got that ass tooted up in that picture with your. The pose is just, I don't know, but once again, that ain't even you, so whatever.
Homophobes on Africa. Dancehall culture got daggering and winding up yourself in it.
I love this video.
In the Caribbean, we also have Carnival.
That shit crack you up.
Big body foreign tech. You can see we dress very flamboyant. Val. This is a rare young big boy.
This also looks fake. Am I tripping? This don't look real. Like, what are we talking about? Look at the arms to the waist ratio. This is edited. Am I tripping? Like, whatever. Y'all believe what you want. I don't believe it. Something is off. It just looks off. It don't look natural.
Foreign tech. You can see we dress very...
That's supposed to be you? You don't even look like this.
In the Caribbean, we also have Carnival. This is a rare young... big body foreign tech. You could
maybe he lost weight.
Caribbean, we also have Carnival. This is a
this don't look like him. His body don't whatever, bro.
Rare young.
I like him, so I'm not gonna I'm not gonna get on his head too much. But fuck out of here with this shit. This look edited, bro. Stop editing your pictures. Just you face tune the fuck out of this. Stop playing with me.
Foreign tech. You can see we dress very flamboyant.
He don't.
exactly. And we wind our ways up. I'll show you more, but the stream would get taken down. I'm comfortable in my masculinity. So those allegations don't necessarily bother me. But what if it did? That's the question I want to explore today. The way in which black men reaffirm
y'all let me know y'all thoughts about those two photos.
Their sexuality when they're insecure about it. This year has been the year of DL investigations, and the criteria for symptoms of down low men, symptoms like it's a sickness, has been ever changing. Excessive farting equals DL. Some of the women them, I don't know if y'all really committed to battling patriarchy. I don't think that y'all don't like patriarchy. Y'all just want softer patriarchy. You gotta ask yourself if you want to be free or if you just want a better cage.
Everybody in my comments talking about farting is not a sign of being DL, and yes, the fuck it is. If you've ever tried anal, then you know. Your first time trying anal, your farts are going to be slipping out your ass.
Okay, I don't know nothing about that. Maybe I stand corrected. I don't know what that life is like. So if y'all have experience with that, male or female, let me know if there's some validity to this. Because I'm automatically thinking like, girl, this sounds stupid as hell. This don't make sense. But maybe that is a symptom of that. I could not comment on that at all. I've never, ever done anal, and I never will. My anus will die a virgin. Fuck out of here with that stupid shit. Get away from me. I would never. That is nothing about that sounds appealing to me. But whatever. That's your business. I don't yuck nobody's yum. If you into that, you into that. That's your life. But I didn't know this was the thing that came along with it.
Ass, probably for the next 48 hours.
If you got IBS, you're gay.
Yeah, because that ass is loose. Same thing with them.
Even if that is the case, though, obviously that's not the case with everybody. Some people just might. You ever think they just have gas or something? Like, are you dumb? But I didn't know this was a thing, though, with anal sex. Y'all let me know if that's true.
Turds, they're free falling. That ass is loose. So farting is a sign. Excessive farting is definitely a sign that somebody's been playing in your back door.
Oh my God.
We're not gonna act like it's not. There's people in the comments like farting has nothing to do with being DL. Yes, fuck it does.
No, like straight that do have gals in their cishet binary playing in the ass.
Die Hard just subscribed for 4 months. Fellas, is it gay to eat fiber?
Because if me as
right.
know that playing in your ass is gonna make you fart more and you're gonna be free falling, then yeah. It is a sign.
Pegging, prostate play. If a dude asks a gal, hey, I like it when you do
that makes anal sound even more unappealing. Jesus. Oh my God. Ugh.
To knock my ass, right? They can say that you like mine. Like, mind you, if you are interested in putting it in a gal's butt, some gals will genuinely think that you like mine. Those people inside my comments about the rose toy and being all like, what you gonna do with that for? There are folks in there that have very carceral sex. Their sex is not free. Their sex is not liberating, transcendental. They're not going to allow themselves to access parts of their partner of which that will allow them to have a transformative experience. Sex can be so beautiful. I used to cry after sex. You can have that, but you have to be vulnerable. And you live in a...
I'm good. You sound like you're trying to sell me on some shit. I don't want no parts. I'm not buying, okay? Listen, trust me, things are great. So I don't need that. I don't need to explore every area of, oh, let me try this new thing out. And actually, I don't want to say that because that's not true. I'm definitely open-minded and trying out new things, okay? I'm not a vanilla person at all. But when it comes to anal, I'm very vanilla because that just seems painful and just gross to me personally. So it's just icky to me, but I know a lot of people are into it, and congratulations. But I don't think it's fair to be like, oh, if you're not into anal or if you're not into certain things, then that just means you're not exploring sex fully. It could be so beautiful. It could be so great if you just open your booty hole. Fuck out of here. I ain't doing that bullshit.
World where it is popular to not trust the person that you're even having sex with. You could have sex without intimacy. We should change the language from gay to bisexual. There's a whole other discussion. We are on the bi horizon. In my opinion, as a 55-year-old gay man, black men don't have the flexibility of bisexuality. Because by virtue of you saying bisexuality, that just means gay. The gal who partake in the masochism.
That's why I jokingly say gay. That's why I'll jokingly call myself gay. I do that. I say that as a joke because I'm bisexual. You know, every time I feel like I say that, people just like, oh, because I don't say it much. I feel like I say it like maybe once every 100 videos. or something like that. Probably less often than that. But you know, I don't make it my whole personality because it's like, and it's not nobody's fucking business what I'm doing. Like, what the hell? So it's not something I even talk about a lot. Like most of my friends don't even know unless we have a conversation about something and it comes up, maybe. But hell of my family don't know. I would probably think none of them know unless they like looking at my content on the low. But and they happen to stumble across a video where I rarely ever talk about it. But it's just not something I advertise or like talk much about because it's nobody's business. So there's that. But I have jokingly called myself gay before, and that's why it's because in the black community for sure. If you have done anything with somebody of the same sex, I don't care if you tried it once and never did it again, you gay. Nigga, you gay. So that's why I jokingly say it. But that is sad. It should be studied because there is a such thing as bisexuality, and sexuality as a whole is on a spectrum. It's not black and white, but people make it as such. So, yeah, it's very common with black people.
Of loving men have been increasingly preoccupied with the question if they're man like man on the low. A particular level of investment in the prevalence of down low men, it's a paranoia that you begin to have if you don't have the space with your partner to discuss the evolution of their sexuality. Then that's not a relationship that you want to be in the first place. That goes in line with a bunch of other comorbidities in a relationship. If you don't feel safe enough to ask your partner, you beginning to feel a little bit, then you're not safe to have a lot of discussions that you should be having with your partner.
I'm definitely open to talking about it, and I will, talk until you know. Like, I'm not doing that. But
Necessary.
I don't find that's often that men ask, or like past relationships as well, like they've asked me to do that. I've only been asked like maybe a couple times in my life. It's just not something that I feel like the men that I've encountered care about that much. It's kind of like, if you into it, I'll do it, but I don't really care. Like, that's how a lot of men that I've dated have felt about anal. So, yeah.
With your partner. These people might
But I wouldn't mind talking about it.
also want to bring kids into the world. Are you having the conversations necessary for that? Are you having conversations necessary for finance or health? You're scared of what DL could bring? Wait till you learn what straight could bring. We've discussed this in many different videos before, right? But we've never looked at the way that men respond to those DL allegations, regardless of the veracity of those rumors to begin with. Quick disclaimers, no misogyny, no homophobia. I'm less interested in the actual sexuality of these men and more interested in compulsive heterosexual performance that they make when their masculinity is challenged. Tyler Perry. I made it an honorable mention because, there's so much to talk about. Tyler Perry had been getting DL accusations since he came in the game, which is not surprising. He spent his life parodying black women by dressing in drag more than dressing as a man. One would argue that gender is drag insofar as the way that men perform masculinity. You get into this contentious idea, homosexuality, not as a desire of the male form, but more so as a hatred of women. The argument being made when people accuse Tyler Perry of being gay is that you make a mockery of black women so much that it's clear that you must hate women and therefore love.
I've heard people make these arguments, and sometimes I agree. It depends on the person and the situation. I don't feel like that's the case every single time, but I have felt like that with some of these black comedians. It's just the way that they present their comedy. It comes across like, you're trying to make fun of black women. Like, it doesn't come across as like, oh, this is funny and I can laugh along to it. It's just like, this feels off. Similar to how I would feel, let's say, I feel like across the board people don't like this, but let's just say for example purposes, if it's a white person and they're pretending to be black, that's probably not a good example because I don't think nobody would like that. But there's a way to where you could do it to where it's super offensive, like there's a way that it's done to where it's mildly racist. And there's a way to where it's like, okay, this is blatantly racist and this is horrible, so it's kind of it kind of feels like that when I've seen men like pretend to be women for comedy purposes. Sometimes it's like it comes across like this is kind of offensive, like fuck out of here,
Man, I'm sure that y'all can see the slippery slopes of that discussion. There's a educational background on how much Greco-Roman culture was full of homoeroticism, right? Homoeroticism that was born out of a deep disdain for women at a systemic level. It's still a very nuanced discussion to be had because not all homosexuality is misogyny. That being said, it is interesting to see how Tyler Perry portrays queerness in his own work.
How you gonna ask me a question like that? How did you marry a woman? turn around and let a man bend you over.
Ain't nobody bending me over.
So you did bend it?
Oh, so you're doing the bending. Is that what it is?
This is a meme at this point. This is exactly the type of man that people accuse Tyler Perry of being. In Tyler's movies, the closeted queer characters are portrayed as villains. This is almost fan service because Tyler Perry knows that those who are consuming his content vilify homosexuality already. Folks often also will point out Tyler Perry's essay case that he's currently battling.
But I find this is kind of different because in this situation, it's like the woman feels betrayed because it's like, wait, you're this whole different person that I had no idea you were. Okay, so you're into this, you know, your sexuality is different than I thought it was. And you need to basically tell me that up front. I need to know. I should be able to decide if I want to date someone who is also dating men. So I don't think there's anything wrong with feeling some type of way about that. A. And B, she's getting cheated on. So this is different. But I see what he's saying, and there is some validity to it. Because I feel like homosexuality is definitely villainized. And there is a lot of homophobia in the black community. Let's be clear. So there is, you know, some truth to what he's saying for sure. But I don't think this is a perfect comparison.
It's the most glaring confirmation of his sexuality. But y'all gotta remember that essay is not about attraction. It's about power. Which brings me to another person who's got an essay and gay allegations. Bow, 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 bow. Look at that booty cheeks. Look at that booty meat. So Stephon Diggs is a wide receiver for the Patriots. But non-football fans probably know him from Cardi B. As they recently announced that they are expecting a baby girl. The Nicki Minaj stans quickly branded Stephon as the L because of his fashion sense.
How you doing today? So what you...
Was it the fashion sense or is it because of the allegations and the dance moves?
Where you from? Stephon Diggs, I'm from Maryland. Yes, sir, man. The DMV is definitely built to stop playing with them, man. Describe your fit flex like quickly. Go table.
There's a particular level of money. Black men will buy particular clothing that in any other context would be seen as sus. But the fact that it's designer gives them an excuse to play and recreate with their fashion experimentation and their gender. Kanye was very influential when it came to his performance of fashion. It was very uncool. It was Carlton, like from Fresh Prince. It was almost like Carlton when he did things like this. He paved the way for a lot of people to begin to rock polo shirts and rock frat boy fits. A$AP Rocky, he was literally calling himself Pretty Boy from Time. Dennis Rodman is another example of that. Folks were claiming he was queer based on the fashion, but it hit ahead when a man accused Stephon of SA. Chris Blake details the night Stephon Diggs allegedly hit on him after giving him magic candy.
It wasn't the sexual past that frustrated me the most.
Always involved with something black.
Frustrated me the most. What made me most frustrated was the fact that he tried to unalive me after it, when in reality, even though I was drugged, even though I was violated, I never thought that the next step would be my life being threatened.
Diggs was getting accused of being DL non-stop because of things like this. And what was interesting is the way in which people began to connect Stephon Diggs baby momming multiple women to be a defense for DL allegations. I've seen this argument used against Cam Newton as well, who has a rather eccentric fashion taste and a legion of little ones running about. Cam Newton says he went to strip clubs to compete with other men.
Never went to a strip club for women. I always went to strip clubs for guys.
Weird.
A lot of men genuinely don't love women. They get women, yet again, They acquiesce. They appropriate women in order to impress other men. Men, yet again, reserve the majority of their respect when it comes to whose opinion they hold dear. It's often other men. They look up to other men. But there's a lot of black men that fit this bill, aggregating wealth as well as children. I'd be remiss not to talk about one of the most egregious examples of this. I don't know why Nick Cannon started wearing a goddamn turban. As a heterosexual father, what would you do if your son was gay?
People have gotten in trouble by saying it incorrectly. But they ask heterosexual men, what would you do if your son was gay? As a heterosexual father, I want my son to be like me. I'm not homosexual. So is it homophobic to say, I want my son to be heterosexual?
Yes, and it's stupid because your son is an individual, and why the fuck does he need to be like you? This is why not everybody needs children. Your child should not be a recreation of you, and you shouldn't be trying to live vicariously through them. That is weird as hell. Let them be an individual and let them be who they are. What do you mean you want them to be? It's their life. It's not your life. So shut up. He get on my nerves.
I think there's a part of you that all of us want our kids to be.
You also want him to have 50 million fucking kids and sleep all around town and break up families? You want him to do that too? And have a failed music career? You want to go down the line and match your life to his? No, that doesn't make any sense because he's not you. So that's a stupid reason. Just say you homophobic and go and move the fuck on because that's a stupid response. I'm tired of people
like us. So I don't experience that as homophobic or wrong because I also know that there's another part of you, a higher part of you that primarily wants your kids to be happy, right? And if their self-actualization, becoming who they truly are, is going to override that part of your ego that does want your kid to be just like you. A lot of parents say that. That's not a wrong thing, but I also have a feeling that if your kid was gay, that higher self that you have would be okay with it, even though there's another part of you that would want your kids to be just like you.
The amount of mental gymnastics this man has done to just justify his homophobia. There's the obvious homophobia in this that we can rant about at length, but I'm more interested in the idea of performing masculinity by way of producing kids. I don't think that DL men overlap with serial baby mama makers like Nick Cannon and Cam Newton, but I think that there's something to be said about the power that men who subscribe to patriarchy derive from having a physical manifestation of their manhood, which is a child, because these men don't see their children as autonomous beings. They see them as extensions of themselves. Which is why you have Nick Cannon recoiling at the idea of his son being gay. Lil Boosie the same way. And speaking of rappers, the next is the first rapper to do everything ever. Not this man, but who this man is talking about. William the Baddest breaks his silence on his alleged playful relationship with Soulja Boy.
I loved it. I had some it was Louis, it was everything, and it was perfect. And he was like, take this, you white. Like he kept like he's very like into like the race playing stuff.
But Tasha K and everything.
I don't know if this was really him or it was like drunk him or like, I'm nervous. I'm like, is he gonna hurt me? Is he making music? I'm so nervous. I go up the stairs and I'm just heartbeating, you know what I mean? He was like, hey, what's up? And I was like, hey, what's up? He was like, you get down? And I was like, oh.
He wanted you in these bangs? I mean, I guess it's different strokes for different folks, but I don't know. I'm just side-eyeing this.
This is William the Baddest, wild name, speaking on Soulja Boy. And young Draco is no stranger to allegations. So when this spec came out, the internet had a field day with it. And it's interesting because Marlon Wayans, as you can see right up here, Marlon Wayans is the one that's using this as weapon fodder against Soulja Boy in their online beef. He's saying, I'm sorry, Soulja Boy said what now? Looking like you give up anything for some men. The word gay as an experience is a slur in heterosexual culture. I don't know what heterosexual culture is. As a cishet man myself, I would actually say being homophobic and misogynist at the same damn time. Tell me what else is heterosexual culture. Which is why when men try to defame or impugn the manhood of another man, it's the first thing they go to. And other cishet men will share in the revelry of that man being ridiculed as a bonding practice. You know, a stream wouldn't be complete without doodle garbage. DG wants to squash the beef with Soulja Boy after finding out he's a part of the LGBTQ community.
See, I don't want no smoke, man. I support the LGBT community. I don't want no smoke. Soulja, I don't want no smoke. You get your back beaten, bro. That's your preference, my brother. I don't want to get. I know you can see you got a lot of support and tweet and stuff like that from your community. I don't want no smoke whatsoever. Right?
There's endless clips of this man just being yammed. Naturally, Doodle Garbage makes an appearance and he uses the gay allegations being levied towards Soulja Boy as an opportunity to drag him. But this beef between Soulja Boy and Marlon Wayans preempted Soulja Boy to reify his straightness by going on a whole homophobic rant. If Soulja Boy had a career, he could get cancelled for this type of slander. Luckily, he ain't been relevant since 2007. It's Marlon Wayans tweeting it, right? It's interesting that like Soulja Boy makes this queerphobic attack on Marlon Wayans, and then Marlon, having a queer child, will then respond alluding to Soulja Boy being gay for drugs. The duality of man. Marlon doesn't even realize that the very thing that is plaguing and afflicting his son, he is using as a means to take a dig at Soulja Boy in a public beef. But rap is full of homophobia as well as homosexuality. And the rapper that has a litany of allegations thrown towards him is none other than Birdman.
When I was 11, Twist, I loved it.
This is Lil Wayne saying he got when I was 11, Twist.
When I was 11, Twist, I loved it.
He's talking about a woman. That's fucking sad.
I'm gonna do you like baby them did me. I'll never forget that.
Lil Wayne is a victim. Can we consider...
I think he's saying, I could be wrong, I don't know these fucking people, but I feel like the context behind this is he's saying that he's gonna get a grown woman to sleep with Little Twist, which is fucking sick and disgusting and horrible. These people are fucking horrible human beings, okay? But just for the sake of this conversation, I don't think he was saying he was raped by a man and that he's gonna do Little Twist like Lil Baby did him as far as like rape him. I just don't think that's fair to to say that this is what's happening in the situation. It's not fair to put the raping allegations on Baby. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be like, oh, let's defend Wayne, because once again, he's a horrible fucking person for this. This is so sick and nasty. Like, y'all are just all twisted and need therapy, okay? And charges pressed against you, because what the fuck? This is a child, and you be like, yeah, I'm gonna go get you a grown woman and do you like how they did with me. That's fucking horrible. But yeah, I don't think it's fair to be like, oh, what Wayne is saying is that he got raped by Baby. And Wayne is saying that he gonna rape Lil Twist. Like, I think that's wild to say.
Birdman and Bloom. We could consider Birdman a lot of things, and Bloom is definitely one of them. This is clipped rather maliciously because Lil Wayne is actually talking about when Birdman hired a sex worker to speak with Lil Wayne when he was, of course, way younger than this. That in itself is problematic from every angle that you can look at it
either way, it's horrible.
Some of the folks made the observation that the problem is also that Birdman did this out of fetish. That he partook in the pleasure of his adopted son becoming a man, because the idea of losing your virginity is the process of becoming a man. There's a number of quote-unquote questionable moments pertaining to Birdman. Like when...
Just think of the women who have to get hired to do that. You a grown fucking woman and somebody can hire you to be a fucking pedophile? That's fucking crazy. That is insane to me. Like... Oh.
He was on stage with the hard boys.
And I feel like people be so pro sex workers, and obviously not all of them are doing this, obviously, but it's important to recall or to remember that this has been talked about many times by like rappers and like really people with a lot of money. This is things that they tend to do, and the women can be paid to be pedophiles, and they're cool with it. So I feel like there's just something inherently wrong with you when you are in that lifestyle anyway. Like, cause that's like you willing to sell your soul and just do whatever as long as money is involved, and it's so fucked up.
Birdman
traumatizing children for some money because somebody told you to.
Exposes himself and what he's into.
Look, this is what we need to do, right? That's the last song of our show, right? I need to find your hot girl to come up here and twerk something.
This is a Hot Boys performance. You got like Juvenile, Manny Fresh on there on the stage. And they're having a performance, right? You have Juvenile trying to get gals to come up on the stage. Look at what Birdman does.
What's up? We're ready to back that ass up. Come on, back that ass up.
Back.
What's up? Where the hot girls at?
They don't pull a nigga.
I'm a certain type of guy, right? These right here been with me all night. I want y'all to come up here and fuck with me. Come on, y'all three, y'all four, right? Yeah, all y'all come up here with a nigga. It's cool like that. You heard me? I'm gonna take two of y'all right now. You. Come on. Y'all bullshit. Get them up here. They been fucking with a nigga all night.
Basically, Birdman brings up all kind of man them on the goddamn stage. He's also made a couple bars, like this one right here.
Yeah, I
He could have been talking about a DD type thing, not me running defense for Birdman. Birdman been collecting gay accusations like Pokemon cards, and he's responded to them in many different ways. But his most famous one is this. Remember when Birdman went off on the Breakfast Club for calling him gay?
Get off straight. All three of y'all stop playing with my name. Let's go on there. Let's go. Stop playing with my fucking name. Yeah, we'll do it on camera. Stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna play on there.
This is tight ass shirt.
Nigga, when my name come
on his gut.
Let's go. Stop playing with my fucking name. All three of y'all, stop playing with my name.
Bro, he sound like he's holding back tears.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
He done cursed us out. Tell him, get it off your chest, Birdman. Did it already. Cause I don't understand the angle. Like what? I did it already. So why come here? I did it already. I'm here. So what's happening? I mean, it's all good. But I'm saying, why I'm here? What's happening? I'm all good, but I'm saying, why come here just to curse us up? What's happening, man? I wanted to see you. I wanted to talk to you, man, in your face. Absolutely. You understand me? I knew a few places you was at. I could have pulled up, but I don't thought that was gangster. I wanted to come look you in your face like a man and tell you how I feel. Okay. You understand me? Straight up like a man. So what's the issue? There ain't no issue. If it was an issue, you'll feel me. I just come to let y'all know, put some respect on my name.
The fact that this has been memed so many times shows how cartoonish of a performance masculinity really is. You can see how transparent this performance is. The more insecure the man is about their sexuality, the more transparently performative the response is. And that brings us to Unc himself. We're talking about Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe goes off after DL evidence is exposed.
As I
always been talk around, his preference as far as, does he prefer men or women, all right? And so I noticed that over the last few years, people have been really, really coming hard for him, and he's really been responding to a lot of the allegations. You're 54 years old, you've never been married, you don't have a woman that you claim, someone that advises you.
Some people see unmarried men and women over a particular age as a commentary on that person. Not only their sexuality, but their eligibility, their viability as a partner in courtship. They think that at a particular age, especially men, if they don't see that
I think Shannon overall gets the allegations because, his mannerisms and whatnot, things he said. I feel like that's why people mainly feel like something's off. But yeah, I'm sure that has something to do with it as well. It's because he's unmarried and he's in his 50s. But that don't necessarily mean that you're gay. How does that lead to you being gay?
After I think it was about 25, if you don't have a child,
25.
I kid you not, I met women, and they would then turn around and say, well, he ain't got no children at 25. They would think that means that you're infertile. They would think that means that if you don't have a child at that age, that means that you can't. Total ratio, of course, like a bunch of different experiences.
That's not the case in America. I've never met any woman who's ever thought that. But obviously, I'm not saying it's not a thing, but I don't think it's common in America.
Because he doesn't have a child, because he's a bachelor at this age, then that means that obviously he must be DL. He's been getting accusations for quite some time now.
He's had niggas out here saying, he's gay. He's officially out of here. We lost one. You gave niggas the orange fanny pack over the shoulder. And you walked your ass out like you were supposed to see a chiropractor that week.
Tyrese is referring to this clip right here. This clip where
that's hilarious.
Had multiple hip surgeries, came out in a very tight shirt and a tight fit in general, right? They basically said that the way that he came out was quote unquote very zesty. All of my shirts tight, all of my pants tight. I have legs, I have body. Shannon Sharpe, after getting all of these allegations of his homosexuality, he would answer in the most comical fashion that I can even fathom.
Hey, I'll get it in.
So Shannon Sharpe went live on Instagram, but instead of seeing
that still haunts my dreams. Okay, it gives me nightmares. That is just gross. It just grosses me out every time. It's just not even because he's of a certain age. It's just the way that he sounds. He sounds like a 90-year-old man. He's only in his 50s, but he just sounds
saw was the ceiling. I heard Shannon Sharpe here, belabored by breath itself, having sex with someone named Michelle. He claims that he just threw his phone and didn't realize that he clicked the sequence of buttons necessary to go live to 6,000 people. You know how difficult it is to go live on Instagram? I know he might be getting up there in age, but I don't believe this a bumper clap bit at all. Shannon felt the need to defend his sexuality so hard, but would roll over the truly reprehensible thing, which is him doing race play with a white girl with an age gap between each other that's wider than goddamn thigh gaps in the early 2010s, keeping in line with the NFL representation. He also got Jr. He got gay allegations as well.
Where do I go?
I don't think that this was anything, actually. I think Justin was sitting alive. I don't think that, Dog did anything, but the internet didn't care. My only question is, does Justin have any white friends? After this happened and teamed up with this, Odell Beckham Jr. was getting all kind of gay allegations. It's interesting to see in which the ways that men get gay allegations, the idea of calling it an allegation in itself, you allege people of crimes.
I don't know where to go.
It's seen as a crime. It's in the name. The homophobia shows. The preoccupation that people have with uncovering queer folk, like as a Salem witch hunt tribe, is a symptom of a much larger problem.
No, this is embarrassing because I feel like I should know this because I'm on the internet. It's not where you go to post. I only see post, story, highlights, AI, fundraiser. Yeah, I don't even know how to go live on Instagram.
Easy solution would be to just try our best unitedly to fight homophobia. If everyone were to team up and use their combined effort and resources to fight homophobia, then you would have people that wouldn't find it as a weapon to use their allegations towards men. So men don't have to worry about getting gay allegations. And then the people that are looking to see if their partner is DL, the partner wouldn't have to be DL because homophobia wouldn't be as violent as it is now. So the solution to all of this, to the DL investigation epidemic, to the gay allegation epidemic, as well as the ways in which men react to it, is to end homophobia.
Obviously, that's the answer, but hey, we are in a horrible world. It's racism, transphobia, homophobia, xenophobia. People are just terrible. Sexism. So, I think we're going to have to come a really long way before all of that is erased. I just don't see it occurring in our lifetime at all. Maybe one day, when the world is close to ending, we will see that, or people will see that who are still here on this planet. I don't know. But yes, he made a lot of very valid points for sure. And the world is very homophobic. Everything is gay, this, gay, and that. But some of the things are funny. That was funny with Shannon Sharpe. That tight ass shirt and that orange shit, and Tyrese recreating that was funny. All right. So anyway, there's that. Y'all let me know what y'all think though, and I'll see y'all the next time. Bye.